we go. Plugged in. Get my mod account up on YouTube. And I think we're, oh, I better, it looks like we're working, but make sure it's working. Oh, took a long time, but that seems to be working. Twitch is working fast. Okay. Okay. I think I want to have it. Gosh dang. This watch is like all of a sudden grabbing my hair on my wrist. Just like tiny pulls. Well, it looks like the chance of snow for this morning has blown through, but I mean, I can't see what's coming across the Continental Divide right now either, so who knows, but we will. It's not too cold out. This will be the last day. We're gonna be able to run outside for a long time, so we're gonna try and take advantage of it. I think we're just gonna do our main route, which is what, like 7 miles, but we might do a loop around Centennial Park when we get out there, depending on how I feel. I have a little bit of water, so that's fine. Okay, it looks like I'm good to go. I got my extra battery because I mean, it's not as cold as it was the other day, but it seems like it likes to suck down the battery. It's a little bit cold here lately, so we'll just give her a go and see. It says I'm at 90% battery, but who knows how long that'll last. And then I'm gonna try and, oh gosh dang it. Zipped up my key and I need it still. as long as the gym isn't busy tonight, I will stream my lifting sesh tonight as well, my gym sesh, where I'll probably do another, probably half-hour bike as well before lifting. But just because I need more done to my leggies. But this do that. I like that. It's telling me it was beeping at me like it was ready to go, but oh, it is really warm out here. Snow is melting. Said it was pretty well. I mean, it's still cold, but compared to what it's gonna be, I actually probably could have got by with the other gloves even. It's probably gonna be slick in some of these spots. That's the reason why I said tempo miles, maybe, because it's probably gonna be slick. Oh man, my legs are just, I haven't been running as much. So, like, the pounding on this concrete is killing me right now. I just started. We will do the best we can. Like, even running on the treadmill last night for a little bit, trying to do some intervals, which didn't work because of the roads are starting to melt. That's how warm it is. Like 36, 35, 36 degrees out. The sidewalk is icy. But it like the treadmill last night, between just not, I can't run on a treadmill. So between that and then the fact that it was like really bouncy, didn't have a place I could put my phone, all that kind of stuff just added up. It's like, I just can't run on a treadmill. I tried, I just can't do it. That's crazy. I got the light and I didn't even push the button yet. Should change the camera for you guys. Hey, look at that. I just lost 5% already of this battery, and I've only been outside for like 2 minutes. So I don't know what it is. Although multi-streaming seems to take a lot more of the, let's see, where am I going? Going this way. Just like, I don't know what that dude's problem was. He's like, you pulled up, I'm obviously not doing anything, and then you sat there forever. Okay, let me change cameras. Because a lot of people watch this while they're on the treadmill. Speaking of treadmills, there we go. You can see a little bit of blue sky there, but you can also see that there's like the snowy clouds are moving through. Like the next 2 days is supposed to be off and on snow throughout all the time, but the temperature is supposed to just freaking drop over the weekend, and I don't know, I'm half tempted to just head south early and make my drive going back east a lot. So I'm thinking about either doing that or just going east, but then I have to drive through some shitty weather. And then just spend some time back east in the DC area. I'll have to check the weather there though, because it's hit or miss. I used to always call that the banana belt, because compared to here, it was always pretty mild and temperate. But if it's gonna be really rainy, then I don't want to do that. See, I haven't been out here running up a hill for so long that this is killing me. Oh. I mean, if the temperature is nice, another thing I could do instead of tonight for the gym, instead of hitting the bike for 30 minutes or whatever, I could run a lap around. I wonder how much that's for sale. It's like a cute little house. It's in the Mansion District, so probably $500,000-$600,000. But I could do a lap around like Centennial, or not Centennial, 10 Mile Creek Park. Man, this is kicking my ass today. It doesn't help too that I am trying to lose some weight before cross-country nationals. So I have to be careful to not injure myself as well. Take it easy a little bit, but I am definitely. Hey, Roadrunner. Reminds me of Seattle, yeah. With all the hills and everything it does. I spend a lot of time. I was actually thinking about going to Seattle this weekend just to get out of the frigid cold that's going to be here. But I don't know, we'll see. So I need to get some big miles this weekend. Oh man. But I haven't seen, I have a lot of friends, runner friends over in Seattle. It's like I would go and run with the group over there, but I don't know. Seattle's kind of weird because for me, well, one, it's just gone downhill in the last like 3 or 4 years. It's just not the same city that I used to love. And then two, for somebody like me that you know, has his own van, lives in his van, lives the van life. It's kind of hit or miss, because you can, you know, you can be a homeless person and just pop a tent on the sidewalk in front of somebody's house, and they won't do anything to you. But if you're parked in a valid parking spot on the side of the road somewhere, you know, sleeping the night, then you'll get knocks on the window from freaking police. Oh. Whew. And I know, like I gotta change, get rid of something on my screen here. Come on, go away. Go away. There we go. I could probably talk to one of my friends over there and they'd be cool with me parked in front of their house, but okay, the hill's out of the way, so now we should just be able to just run. I mean, I'll still walk every now and then, but curious to see what the around the corner up here looks like. Like I said, it's supposed to snow off and on. I take advantage of this nice weather though. Well, like, this is the warmest it's been in about a week and a half, and warm, you know, it's a whole 36 degrees out, but then it's supposed to be highs in the like minus degrees Fahrenheit here for the next week. So like, it's gonna take a couple days to get down there, but like tomorrow the high is supposed to be maybe 20, so I might be able to get another run into there, and then the next day is like single digits, and then the next day is minus whatever for at least 3 or 4 days. Oh, 30s was bad, yeah. Yeah, 30s is warm, but it's still definitely impacts my motivation to be out here, because normally this time of year I'm down in like southern Arizona, just because I don't like running in the cold. And usually I'm training for a early season trail race as well, so I need to be able to get some vert and hit mountains, and can't typically do that this time of year. I could still probably get to the top of Mount Helena right now, even with the snow we got the last couple days. Doesn't look like it's too bad. I'd put my spikes on and get up there. It's when the snow gets really deep that even with spikes on, it's just miserable to try and get up there. Oh. When I was living here full time, until it got to be like probably -5 Fahrenheit, I would still, it was no biggie for me to be out here running all the time. But I've gotten soft in the last 4 years. Like I said, living in DC. over there, I joke about how is the, you know, the banana belt to everybody, all my friends and stuff over there, because it's like, you know, 35 degrees out there freezing, and I'm like, well, it's minus 40 back home in Montana, so this is nothing. Even that breeze doesn't feel too bad. Matt Choi, yeah. I've heard of him. I'm pretty sure when I was over there that me and him used to go back and forth on Strava segments. That name sounds so familiar. There was another guy, I don't remember what his name was, but he ran one of the segments that I ran almost every day, and I would forget to upload my Strava, so I would go, you know, like 4 days without doing it, and then I'd get, like, come back from a run and I'd have an email, so-and-so just nabbed your local legend status on this segment, which I don't really care about that, but it was fun because, you know, then he got a message saying that he just got the local legend status. And then I would upload my Strava and all of a sudden and instantly take it back, and not by like 1, I would take it back by like 4. You just know it would piss him off. He was my signal that I had to remember to sync my Strava. Which, speaking of, I need to do when I get done. Yeah, he's on Strava. Yeah, I thought I remembered seeing him quite a bit. If the weather turns out nice, I'm going to stay at least a couple days there, getting some runs in, seeing some friends after my race in Richmond. Not this weekend, but next weekend. So I'll probably do one of my old routes, and then probably a nice start at Crystal City, because that's where I used to live. And then I might the next day drive in DC proper and do a run in there too. But we'll see. There's a lot of people out here. Who we got here? Good evening from Bulgaria. Hey, good evening. Good to see you here. Oh, I am currently in Montana, USA. I kind of wish I when I was over in Europe this last summer / fall, I really wanted to go down and hit Bulgaria, and well, there's a lot of countries over there. I didn't want to leave Shenzhen and then have to go back and, you know, spend forever to get back in. But if I didn't have a race where I had to be back here in the US, I was going to do that once I hit my 90 days. But oh. This is actually, because it's a little bit warmer. Wait, now look at the look at the snow coming in. I told you it's supposed to be snowing off and on. Man, that's coming in right. That's about, well, it's on this side of the Continental Divide now, so about probably 6 miles away. Well, hi Rachel. It looks cold. It's actually pretty warm out. It's 36 degrees out, but it's supposed to, the bottom is going to fall out over the next couple days. Highs in the negatives, lows in the colder negatives. I guess I should, since I have somebody from Bulgaria watching on YouTube, it is currently, what, like 2 degrees Celsius? Right around there, 3 degrees Celsius maybe? What would it be on Celsius? Minus 20? No, might be more than that. Almost minus 30, I guess. In Celsius. Oh yeah, sun's starting to peek out too. It's kind of crazy. Good morning.
Good morning.
Sun peeking out right before this snow squall coming in. It's in the negatives there. Yeah, it's gonna move in here. It's actually, because it's so warm, making everything really super slick. That's why I put a question mark on being able to do tempo miles today. So I think I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing right now, which is pushing myself pretty steady, but not as fast as I. Look at that, it's crazy too. Blue sky right there. I don't know if you guys can tell. Just these little snow squalls. Like, I looked at the radar and it was just crazy. Just patches of heavy snow scattered about. I like Prison Better, seems to work better for you. Yeah. So far, the only thing I didn't like about Prism was the fact that you couldn't multi-stream on it, which is why I started doing Streamlabs when they changed the TOS for Twitch, where we can multi-stream now. That forced me to have to use Streamlabs, but Streamlabs just has so many issues. But anyways, there's a beta right now. That's why I'm able to multicast on Prism. So that is what we are using. So I don't know if they will keep it or not, but right now Prism is the way to go. There is certain things I don't like about Prism, but I can deal with it. like it'll just randomly, well, every time I start up the stream I have to turn all my overlays on that I want, and sometimes it'll just randomly not have one of them working, like my alerts, even though I have my alert overlay on. So sometimes it just doesn't work. But they put gravel on this because it'd be so slick. And then it's hard to get my overlays where I want them to be on the screen. So like my Shadrunner logo, I need to plug my phone in. Yeah, you're gonna have issues. Nothing will be perfect, that's true. There we go. Hit the button. Make sure the lady with the stroller isn't catching my ass. I'm gonna guess to say she's gonna stay up on top. But it's hard to get like situated right, and just sometimes randomly when I turn it on, it moves it. So like my Shadrunner logo is, I think, a little bit further down than what I had it on last time I was on. But I do like it a lot better. It doesn't have the audio delay, which is what Streamlabs for the last year and a half has had. Never used to have that. And then they did some update. And ever since then, it's just awful. But pretty much every fitness streamer uses Prism because the interface is a lot nicer on it. I will say also, if you can figure things out, it's actually a lot nicer to do custom modifications on it as well. Mostly because you can do so much in Stream Elements and then just plug the URL in as an overlay on Prism. Now, I will say the one thing I do like about Streamlabs better than this is the Stream Manager part of Streamlabs. Like on here, I don't have any disconnect protection. Where that's the one good thing about Streamlabs. Now I do have my Twitch setting to have disconnect protection, but if I go down on my YouTube side, it'll restart. If I go more than, 5-10 seconds or whatever. Oh man, been really hitting my hamstrings. That's my weak part. Always been, well, not always, but for the last like 5 years when I injured it, it's been my weak part. And it's what I injured in my at UTMB. So I've been hitting it hard the last few weeks, trying to strengthen my hamstring, because that's what's going to be my downfall in my next race. Well, both my next races, both the cross country nationals and the US 100-mile road championships as well. It's going to be if my hamstrings can hold out or not. This guy's going to the side and I'm going over to the sidewalk. So now there is a sidewalk. There wasn't up until that point. Well, so far in the last 3 days, I've been eating super healthy. I don't like to calorie count, but I've discovered I have to. And I've lost about 5 pounds. So in the next week, if I can lose another 5, I will be set up pretty good for cross country. And then if I can lose over the next month after that another 10 pounds, I will be sitting good for USATF. Holidays always get me. I just love it. I love good food. I love holiday food. Wow, that's perfect timing. Plus, you know, when it's colder like this, I just love comfort food, you know, it's nice warm, keep you warm. And I don't tend to overeat. I do overeat. I consume so many calories. I actually calculated the other day. I don't remember what it was that I ate. Oh, it was this little sausage thing I make. So, if Rachel's still on. And I ate the whole thing. Usually I only eat like half of it, if that. Most of the time I don't eat. I try maybe eat a third of it. Yeah, just the sausage alone, when I eat the whole thing, is 1,200 calories in one meal. So then you add everything else that I have in there. And it was probably, well, let's see, I put 4 eggs. Eggs are about 110 calories each, so that's another 400. That's 1,600. I would say roughly, I think I'm gonna try and do a lap around the park out here. So it's probably about 1,800 calories in that one meal that I ate. Now yesterday, I did really good. When I actually count calories, I kept myself down at 1,300 yesterday. Now, I could have eaten more than that. I don't need to be down that much, but I wasn't, like I was satisfied, let's put it that way. I didn't have like, where I was just needing to eat. Other than before my workout last night, my stomach was grumbling, and I could have picked something lighter to eat. I didn't feel like making anything, and some pieces of fruit just didn't sound good. So I had what I was gonna have for dinner. That was a mistake to have, you know, an hour and, I don't know, at least an hour, maybe even a little more than that before my workout. Holy cow, that is just nasty looking coming over. It must be moving pretty slow. Man, that looks nasty. Question is it going to be rain or snow with as warm as it is? Is it going to be rain or is it going to be snow? Here, I'm going to Whew. And couldn't see how many people I had on. Welcome everybody, if you haven't clicked in the chat yet. Looks like I got 4 people on Twitch and 3 on YouTube watching right now. Actually 4 on YouTube right now. Nice. Welcome, welcome. This is actually, I thought this would be like snow-packed. Not bad at all. Morning. Oh, so we're gonna do a lap around this, which is about 2, well, probably the way I'm gonna go, about 2.5. No, it's not gonna be quite 2.5, 2.25 probably miles. And then we'll head back on the rail trail. Creek's actually running pretty good for this time of year. As dry as the winter's been, I thought it would be a lot lower than that. Thought it'd be a lot lower than that, but let's keep going. Welcome everybody on YouTube, man. I got a lot of people. Most I've ever had watching on YouTube. Although I don't go live every day on YouTube. Most of that is for DMCA reasons, because if I'm playing, if there's music on the background, then I would get struck for DMCA. I could go into my settings, I guess, and make it so it doesn't save the VOD over on YouTube, but I get a lot of views from people after the fact, so. But I do almost every day go live on Twitch, sometimes twice a day, since I do a lot of 2-a-days now. And hopefully by the end of the day, I'll have my next YouTube video up. It'll be my day 1 of when I was in Andorra morning. It'll be let's just say it's not gonna be as cinematic as my other ones, because I've done the rough edit. I've done a lot of fine editing, and there's a lot of me talking, and in order to see the area, you have to listen to me talk, but then also there's a lot of context, so you know what's going on. And well, it's starting to snow. I see little snowflakes. See little snowflakes. Man, there is a lot of people out here today, this morning. It's kind of crazy. I guess it is going to be the nicest day for at least 2 weeks. Hey, see if, I don't know. I was gonna say I should figure out if I'm gonna stay here this weekend or not, and reach out. I gotta blow my nose out. Sorry, everybody. It wasn't like a lot, but it was goopy enough that I couldn't do anything with it. sticking there right at my nose hole. Anyways, I should just do like a post and see if anybody wants to just come out and do laps with me. It'd be nice to be able to knock out a 30-miler, which is what I was supposed to do this last weekend, but I just felt kind of crappy, so I was never able to do it. I definitely need to get at least my first 30-miler in this weekend. Oh, look at the good old boy right here. That's a good look at puppers. Good morning. All of a sudden I'm having flashbacks of one of my favorite YouTube videos I did. And it's pretty short. Like right around the 10-minute mark. Where I was out here. Oh geez. Like early spring. Probably 4 or 5 years ago. Probably 5 years ago. So it's one of my first videos. And I just getting hammered intermittently by snow squalls coming through here. Glad we're not on Helena. Look at that, it's starting to hit there. I still don't know, even though I saw a few snowflakes. Still don't know if it's actual rain or snow or sleet or what it's going to be. It's hit or miss when the temperature is where it's at right now. Like if this was a cold wind, you guys probably can't hear the breeze, but it's probably like a 3 mile an hour little breeze. It's not a cold breeze. If it was a cold breeze, I definitely know it's gonna snow. But yeah, anyways, it's gonna be cold, but might just come out here and just do laps. That way I can take little breaks and warm up inside my van if I need to. It would be nice to, at least I have a couple friends that might come out here and, do two or three laps with me. The most I've ever done. Oh yeah, I'm getting pelted in the face now. It's kind of trying to look. It's like little gropples, which is an actual weather term. It's like those little snow pellets. Like it wants to be hail, but it's just little balls of snow. Oh. But yeah, the most I've ever done is 7 laps out here. I might have done 8. Did you get the 8th? I don't even remember. I think I only did 7. and that was miserable. But of course, I was by myself, and that would have been what, a year and a half ago, maybe? It was before Nessa passed away, because she only ran like, I think she ran 3 laps with me, and then she just hung out in the van. And then I stopped by there to do, like, to fill up my water or something again, like at the very end, and she decided she wanted to go with me again for the last lap. Oh man, well, this should put us at close to 12 miles. I think, maybe I'm wrong. Looks like, looking around me, it looks like the weather is just staying up. I mean, I am getting pelted in the face. It looks like it's just staying up high, like not down at this elevation. Probably staying at, oh, it looks like maybe 5,000 feet. Because where I'm at right now is just below that. Well, where I'm sitting right now is probably about 4,600. Some more puppers. More puppers. Happy puppers too. Looks like a Vizsla. Yep. A couple of Vizslas. I'll be getting mine in a couple of weeks. So excited. Be interested to see, like, there's a lot of, in this litter, there's a lot of lighter colored Vizslas, which is fairly rare. So I don't know how dark mine is going to be. Oh, I mean, I lucked out with Nessa's color. She was Golden Rust. That's what her official AKC color was. Oh. Pretty close to that. Those two Vizslas right there that just went by. Like, one of them darn near almost white. Looks almost like a white lab. You got your yellow labs, and then you got your ones that are even whiter yet. And that's what one of them in there looks like. Their hair color will change just slightly, but in a way, I kind of hope I get one of them. The lighter ones. There's 2 females, so I don't know which one I'm gonna get. That's what I've discovered or found out. One of them is a little bit lighter, but not too light. The other one's like pretty light. So, but the eye colors change to match their coat. So if you have a Vizsla that's really light colored, I think they would have the coolest eyes, because they start off, most of them are pretty blue, and then they change color by the time they hit like, what, 4 or 5 months old, I think. I don't remember how long it took for meshes to change. I am starting to run out of gas. I was feeling good at the beginning, but I was starting to run out of gas. I still got 5 miles to go, roughly. What are we at for mileage wise? We're at almost 5 miles. What? I thought it'd be close to 12. I'm gonna be barely close to 10. Maybe a little more than 10. That doesn't seem right. Yeah, I'll be like barely at 10. Huh. I'm almost out of water now. Well. You know, for as many people are, actually it looks like a lot of them left now to this day. Looking around, I see, oh, those people parked over there, okay, but there's still the 2, 4 people over there. Yeah, so pretty much everybody's left. So those people parked over there. There were some people that were going that way, so they probably parked over in Spring Meadow. Maybe not. I don't see anybody else. Oh no, there's more people way down on the other end. Okay. But I was gonna say, there's not a lot of cars in the parking lot out here for as many people. I forgot that they, over here where you can cross into Head Lane, there's a small parking area that they put over there. And there is the one up here by the front gate on the military post as well. I don't see anybody parked up there though. There's only like, what, 4 cars? Oh no, there's more than that. Now that I'm getting closer, there's more than that. So now the opposite is true. It's like, where are all the people? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cars, it looks like. I guess there's 6 people, so maybe they all drove individually. Oh no, there's only 5 cars. One of them was parked over on a house. I thought it was parked in the parking lot. Oh no, there's 6. Okay. Huh. Well, somebody's sitting in their car, so they're not obviously out here. Sun's trying to peek through the clouds up here. Okay, I got to take a walk break. Oh, for those of you that wonder about proper fueling and it being important when you go out and do runs, I can tell you it is. Because I am not properly fueled and the struggle is real this morning. I did not bring any nutrition with me because I forgot to fill it up for my last long run. Oh man, but we're gonna get through this. And I'm barely gonna hit 10 miles. Maybe I'll get a second win once we hit Centennial Park. Because I'd like to do at least 1 or 2 laps there, maybe. Oh. The struggle is real. Oh, here comes another group of old people. Did we go by them? We must have. I got a lot of rocks in my shoe. I just noticed from running on this because it's the little pea gravel or whatever sandy stuff is sticking to the bottom of my shoes, and then it flies off once my heel kick is up, and then it lands right down into my collar of my shoe. Oh, a couple more hype uppers. Hey. Hey. Yeah, there's the one we saw over there. He has the bright orange vest on. I don't remember seeing those before. We're gonna go this way. And stop by the pisser on the way by. Oh yeah, there's a lot of people over on this low spot over here, so that's why I didn't see him. Because there's another person over by the bridge. Plus, it doesn't help that I lifted. Look at that blue sky directly above us again now. It doesn't help that I lifted legs last night too. Another reason why I'm so wore out right now. Okay, I'm gonna go set the phone down over here. You guys can stare off at the snow squall coming through over around us over on that side. And I'm gonna plug this. I'm at 80% again. There we go. Take my gloves off. Okay, got the nose blown out. I might leave my gloves off for a little bit. My hands are pretty warm and it's not too bad out right now. Oh, my lips are like so dry. They're not chapped. It's just this freaking. It's hard for me to stay hydrated because it's freaking dry as it is in Montana in the wintertime. Like even in the other than like about a 2-month period, like the April-May time frame, it's usually low humidity here anyways. This time of year is awful. I can't even put enough, like constantly putting lotion on my hands and stuff because it's so dry there. I feel 10 times better after peeing. Burst of energy in me now. I have my pace has definitely fallen since we started. At the beginning, I was like pushing myself around a 7.5 minute mile. I'm doing a 8:50 right now, and it's gonna get even slower yet as we go. Take a little look at the creek again. Oh, somebody, it looks like lost a tennis ball in the middle of the water there. Huh. Okay, let's keep going. This is coming up is my least favorite section on this route. Even though I do it a lot, because it's still better than a lot of areas. but it's just a long, straight asphalt trail on an old rail bed, which is why I call it the rail trail. I don't know where the train went to. It had to come out here somewhere in this little area, which obviously whatever was here isn't here anymore, but there was an old, like, a couple old bill-like things out here. I'm trying to think. And it's not the, maybe it is. There's the pottery place, which used to be an old brick factory. Maybe that's where it went to. I don't know. No, that doesn't make sense because it came out here. I don't know. Who knows? Here comes another runner. Is this our buddy we see all the time out here? I think so. Usually though we catch him further down on the rail trail. Like on the section right next to the railroad. Gloves are trying to fall out. Back in there, gloves. What's going on? What's going on? I'll try to put him in a different pocket, I guess. It would not stay in there. There we go. Take my time. This would be awkward passing this guy. I'm not in a hurry or anything, so. Because we're almost to the open area out here. Man, I got a lot of gravel in my shoes. Now, could I sit on a rock up here and get the gravel out? Yeah, I could. But it's also a good training thing, you know, to train your mental. Mental strength, I guess, is what I was trying to say. Especially when you run in ultras, you're gonna run into, you know, little things you're gonna have to overcome mentally. A little pebble in your shoe, as long as it's not like a big pebble that'll, you know, cause a blister or something like that. Injure yourself somehow, but like tiny little pebbles, if you have issues with those, then you need to toughen your feet up a bit. Oh, my battery is just dropping again. It just does not like the cold air. We've only gone, what, half a mile, and I've dropped 30% already. Oh, seems I better switch arms, carry a gimbal on this arm for a while, because once I plug in, I have to carry it on my right arm, or else I keep hitting the cord. Oh. After I said about having gravel in the shoe, now I got, for whatever reason, a bigger piece of gravel moved, like dropped down further in my shoe and is right underneath my heel, which isn't horrible because I'm not a heel striker. But by the time I get to the end, as my legs get tired, I will be doing some heel striking. I mean, I can still feel it, because even if you're a midfoot striker, like I am, I mean, you're still feeling it. You're still, you know, landing a little bit on your heel. You're putting pressure down on your heel, I should say. Now look at the clouds back here. It's opened up a little bit. There's some blue sky. You can tell there's another little squall coming over Continental Divide. Okay, let's see if we can time it right to get across this road. I guess this is one of the only roads that go out to this area back here. So, like, if you go back about 10 miles in, there's another road that you can take to get back in there. But for the most part, if you go to the ski area, this is the way you're going. And all the housing developments out there on Birdseye are all taking that road. Like I said, you can get to Marysville is where the ski resort's at, or ski, it's not a resort, ski hill is. You can go down the Lincoln Road for a little ways and then turn off of that, I think. Can you? I think you can. That highway goes all the way to Lincoln. It's kind of out of the way of getting there, I think. That's the way that the Governor's Cup Marathon used to come in from. Like I mentioned before, they had because you have to cross the train tracks like 3 times, I want to say, at least twice. And right in the middle of the race, they had trains coming through. They stopped like your top people from being able to go. So if you're chasing like a BQ, well, they had so many complaints because people would come here chasing their BQs, but it's a downhill course, and that shattered so many people's dreams. That was one of the reasons why they rerouted it. But also because there's so much traffic on there, I think people started complaining because traffic being stopped or whatever. Ah, the sun is bright. What is this big shiny ball of whatever? I haven't seen that for at least 3 days. Wow, we've lucked out twice now. 3 times. The highway was the same way. We only got one more. Oh, I guess we got 2 more roads to cross. They were busy. Henderson and Benton. Which are, Henderson's busier than this. Benton's busier than all of them. So other than the US highway, Benton's probably the busiest. Okay, I'm gonna plug my phone in again before it gives me the low battery warning. There we go. Looks like it's charging. Should be good to go. And now I wish I could get that. There's just one pebble that is bothering me, and it keeps this really sharp, and it keeps freaking moving around. I don't have a spot I can really sit down. There'll be a spot up here I can do that. I'm gonna have to get rid of it because it is like, it is gonna cause, you know, a little bit of an injury. If I don't get rid of it. It's more than just a little nagging sensation. It is. Actually, as soon as I get rid of it up here, then we're going through another low gravel section like that, which I'm probably just gonna have the same issues. But I don't know. Because now it's in the arch of my foot, which if you're a mid-foot striker, really hurts. I can really feel it. We're still maintaining 850 miles, which is out of gas as I feel. Isn't too bad. You know, my next race, like this training block hasn't been near as good as I was hoping, just because I've had little niggles and stuff like that. Yeah, fat chance of hitting this thing at the right time. It is didn't have the luck we did on the other intersections. But anyways, when I had my goals, I was like, if I had a good training block, I mean, I've been suffering from some little niggles this whole training block, so I've had to back off a bit. But I had big dreams, and I always said ahead of time that you never know who's going to show up. But I had big dreams of possibly podiuming overall, but also but if not, one, qualifying for Desert Solstice, and also podium in my age group. But I didn't know at the time until just recently that, because the last couple of years there hasn't really been a large competitive field. Last year there was hardly anybody there competitively. But this year there is a lot. It's a very competitive field because of the timing of Worlds and people wanting to qualify to be on the 24 hour, the 2025 24-hour world team. There's gonna be a lot of people that are gonna show up for this because it won't qualify you for the world team, but it qualifies you to, oh, that is killing me. I really gotta get rid of that. Man, this stupid pebble that is stuck right in the worst part of my foot. I'm trying to move it around right now. So you can see the old railroad. This is what the railroad trail right there is on. They used to go out there further, even though there's railroad tracks right there. They go off different direction now over the pass, Continental Divide. You're gonna have, oh, I already read that comment. It looked like a new comment. I was like, oh, I already read that. But yeah, so this race qualifies you to, if you do good enough, to be able to partake in the races that will qualify you for the world team, which is what I'm using it for. So it makes sense. Even though I didn't think about it, it makes sense that that's what, that it would be a competitive field this year. And from what I've seen so far, it's going to be a very competitive field. Now, people could drop out or at the last minute, or even sign up at the last minute. So we'll see. I still think, even if I don't meet my time goal, I will still most likely podium in my age group for sure. Even though some of the fastest people at these, the most competitive people, are in my age group, which sucks. But it's like the guy that won Desert Solstice, he's in my age group. And that also, not only did he break the US record for 100 miles in his age group, in our age group. He also broke the record for miles in 24 hours for our age group. So as long as he doesn't show up, which I think he's going to actually, but you never know. I would say Bitter's probably going to show up because he had a horrible race at Desert Solstice. And if he shows up, there ain't no way. I think he's a different age group though. I'm definitely feeling my hamstring right now because they have been put through a ringer the last few weeks, trying to get them all nice and strengthened. I need to pass right here, across right now, or else I'm going to be waiting a long time. Crosswalk is right here, but I don't want to get stuck. Actually, it looks like I would have only had to wait for 2 cars. Oh, to meet my time goal, I have to average about 8.5 minute miles for the 100 miles. Is that within my abilities at my current fitness level? I think so. Well, should also be a little more fit by the time I get there. For me, it's going to be the mental side of the house that's going to get me. Because it'll be so easy to walk. The thing I'm going to use, you know, to strengthen my mental side is goals of, again, I'm going to see who shows up, but goals of staying within, you know, so many laps of a certain person. Again, as that bear shows up, that dude lays down 7.5 minute miles for the 100 miles. And actually, if he's doing just 100 miles, probably even faster. So I'm not even going to try and keep up with him. Oh, we'll see. I need to have a good race for once. I haven't had, other than my 50K, my last race. That was a good race. Not like I didn't set any PRs or anything like that, but it was a good race because I did not have any fitness, didn't train for it, and I still went out and crushed a sub-6 50K. Which for me, to be able to do that with no fitness, on a moderately hilly course, I guess you could say. I was proud of that. That was a good race. I felt good too. Like throughout the race, I could have pushed myself harder. You know, I finished it with stuff in the tank, which for running that fast is very, like I was impressed by that. But I don't know. I always go that way. Let me go this way. Try and get a little bit extra. Since I'm going to be shorter than I wanted to be. But like my last 2 years of racing has just not gone well. Oh, like UTMB, of course, that was just because of getting injured about 25 miles in, and then just pretty much limping the way in the rest of the way. That race was awful. I mean, the fact that I finished was a win, but I was training to do, run that in 24 hours. I ended up finishing 42. And then, it was a race before that, Kendall Mountain. Even though I was training through that race, I had 100 miles on my legs already that week before that race, but I went up 20 minutes faster than I ever have, and ended up on the way down running 25 minutes slower just because my legs were so trashed. I'd like to do better. Before that was Black Canyon, where I had which I had to have been, based upon just everything, it had to have been food poisoning, which I don't know why, because I ate the exact same thing I always eat, other than earlier in the day I had something that I don't normally have, that I got it like a gas station or something, and that's probably where I got it from. Oh yeah, I'm out of gas. We got another at least a mile and a half to go. But yeah, that affected my whole race there, because I ran the first 25 miles right on target where I wanted to be, to finish around the 9-hour mark, and ended up finishing about 12 because I almost dropped out, because I wasn't like puking or anything. It was all hit me in the lower GI. But it was like, as soon as I would take a gel in, like 3 minutes later, it was just squirting out my ass. It was just awful. And it was like that for like, it was right after I ate dinner. So at like 7 o'clock at night or something, the night before. It was like, as soon as I ate my dinner that I always eat, it was like within like 2 minutes of that, I was just having issues all night. Like I couldn't keep any, like I was so dehydrated and just nothing, no nutrition, anything in me. Start off the race and still run my goal set for the first 4 hours of the race, and then it wasn't quite 4 hours, about 3 hours, I guess. Whew. I was just destroyed. And then it's about, I don't know, hit the halfway mark. So I was just walking it in. Gosh dang, that rock has just moved right where I didn't want it to again. I was running good. That rock wasn't bothering me. But yeah, so there was that. Now that training block was scuffed anyways, because that's right when my dog passed away and everything and all that. But I still thought I'd do pretty good on that race. And then you had the year before that, where I had just 2 awful races, 50Ks. Like, slowest 50K I've ever ran in my life was in that year. It took me like 12 hours to run a stupid 50K. Like, I was chasing cutoffs at the end of that. And then the 50K right before that, I mean, that was just rough. I mean, I didn't do too bad. I was like around the 7-hour mark, I want to say. It was my first fast 50K. Actually, it was my first 50K ever. So I didn't really know what I was doing, but it's still, that would be why I kicked my ass. I didn't necessarily know how to train for it or anything. Let's go this way, actually. I don't want to run by these kids. Oh, man. My legs are kaput. Looks like there's another snow squall coming in. Oh yeah, even you guys can see it now. It's nuts. Okay. Now we got just a little over a mile now. So I should hit the 10-mile mark. I was hoping to hit the 12-mile mark today, which I could suffer through and like if I did 2 laps around here, I'd be over 12. I'd be almost a 13 probably. I think it's about 1.5 miles if you do the big laps. Well, if I did the little laps, I'd probably just get 2 miles. But I think I'm gonna do some stuff tonight anyways before I lift, because today is upper body day. So I don't know if I'll do some bike, or if the weather's good enough, we'll go back out to 10 Mile Creek Park and maybe do 2 laps out there, because that'll be 5 miles. I just do not have it in me this morning. I saw this lady coming that we passed. I didn't want to hit here right at the same time as her, so that was the reason why I was walking right then. I always feel kind of creepy when I have my video camera out running, because she's just out for a run. She doesn't want to be on camera. Most likely, maybe she doesn't want to be on camera. I don't know. Snowflakes again. That looks really cool. Look at the way the clouds, the sun sitting behind the clouds and everything. That looks so cool. The way this weather system right now, like any other, if I didn't know what time of the year it was, I would say this is April. This is very typical, like early April weather in Montana, you know, where it's 36 degrees out, spitting snow every now and then. The way the clouds look, even, you know, being kind of fluffy and everything. This is like early spring weather in Montana, not January. Now, tomorrow, that is going to be very much normal January weather in Montana. And in fact, for the next 2 weeks, it's going to be very normal January weather, with the lows, or the highs, I mean, in the negatives. Now, supposedly in 2 weeks, or looking at the long term, I guess not quite 2 weeks, what is it, a 10-day forecast? Oh yeah, there's snowflakes. Snowflakes dropping. Actually, it's supposed to warm back up again to around the 40-degree mark, but we'll see. It changes constantly here. Oh, my butt is sweating, and it's very itchy. And not because I didn't wipe well. It's just itchy. Like if I was in a race, a long race, I'd have to take care of it because it'd start to chafe. Oh man. Oh, these little hills, they get me every time. They get me every time. Thinking, oh, what time is it? Yeah, I've definitely slowed down. I'm at a 9:30 pace now. It's 11:20. Okay, it's close enough to lunchtime. For some reason, soup sounds so good. Right, because it's so cold out. I need to put my gloves back on because my hands are freezing, but I only got, what, like 6 minutes probably at the most back. What day is today? Is it Tuesday? I don't even know. I got lucky. Speaking of Tuesday, got lucky yesterday because I did not pay for parking yesterday, and I did not get a ticket. So I'm guessing the parking Nazi didn't even check my vehicle because I've been so good about paying for my parking. So he recognized my vehicle and was like, oh, he's always good. Since I didn't have a ticket. Whew. Because normally it's like between the timing of it and how, I mean, there's a reason why I call them the parking Nazis. It's like, can't even go 5 minutes without paying for your parking, because they'll just pop up out of nowhere and be like, ticket. And it's only one guy that patrols this whole downtown area, because it's the only place where you have to pay for parking. So it's usually, you know, the timing of where he's at on his rotation, and he never rotates the same way. It's always, he's always like, okay, I'm gonna start over here today, and then the next day I'm gonna go over here, and then the next day I'm gonna throw him off and I'm gonna go over here. Because if he had a routine, then people would time it to take advantage of it. I need to do some, our annual passes that you can get are lost, what did I say, lost my service? Am I still up, or did you just lose like your signal or whatever? But the annual like parking things are due for my building because we get a discount. So I gotta do the math and see if it's worth it based upon my calendar for the year, how much I'm gonna be here. Figure out what the most cost effective is. Because, I mean, as it is right now, I'm paying what? Probably 140 bucks a month for parking. When I'm here full time. But for like the next couple of months, I'm not going to be here full time. And then I guarantee like June, well, probably part of, well, April, May, June, July, and August for sure, I'm not going to be here. But maybe like a week out of the month at the most. A lot of people out here right now. I guess it is close to lunchtime. Okay. So we did just over 10 miles, about 10 and a quarter. There we go. I'll plug my battery. Don't need it anymore. Okay. So that'll be it for this morning's. My nose is plugged, making me talk funny. That's gonna be it for this morning's live stream and run. I'm gonna try and hit, well, I'm not going to try. I'm going to hit the gym tonight. And then, so if there's nobody there, I will live stream again. But also, might run before that, and I'll go live for that for sure. But also, yeah, so we'll see. I mean, the chances are good for me live streaming tonight. Let's just put it that way. Tomorrow is iffy because I don't know what the weather's going to be like. But anyways, thank you everybody for joining me today. Let me see what I got going on over here. We got 4 people on Twitch, 2 people on YouTube. For those of you on YouTube, please hit that subscribe button. It's free. And then if you aren't already, come over here to Twitch and hit that follow button. And I do push-ups for follows. Well, as for subscriptions on YouTube. Doesn't matter. And if you're on Twitch, you have a free Prime sub. I'm surprised that Streamlabs, or not Streamlabs, Stream Elements hasn't said anything. If you have a free Prime sub that you're not using and you wanted to use it on me, I would be very appreciative. It helps offset the cost for me to provide free coaching services for our veterans, service members, and dependents. So, the snow is getting ready to hit. I'm already getting pelted in the face, so I'm going to get upstairs. But again, thank you everybody for joining me today, and I will see you guys tonight at some point probably. Bye everybody. Love y'all.